For decades, Ukraine's super-rich oligarchs held immense economic and political power within their country. However, since the Russian invasion in 2014, followed by a dramatic escalation in 2022, these oligarchs have faced significant losses in revenue and influence. Rinat Akhmetov, often dubbed the King of Donbass, stands as Ukraine's wealthiest individual. He owns vast portions of the steel and coal industry in the east, along with the renowned Shakhtar Donetsk FC and a major TV channel. Beyond their wealth, Ukrainian oligarchs were known for wielding substantial political power, influencing laws to benefit their business interests. In 2017, London-based think tank Chatham House even labeled them as the greatest danger to Ukraine. President Zelensky criticized them, stating that they believed themselves more important than lawmakers, government officials, or judges. But like many civilians, the oligarchs suffered losses as their businesses were devastated by missiles and their properties fell under Russian occupation. Some felt that Akhmetov, as Ukraine's richest man, should have done more to combat separatism fueled by Russia. In contrast, billionaire Ihor Kolomoisky took a more proactive stance, investing in Ukraine's volunteer battalions, offering bounties for capturing Russian-backed militants, and supplying the Ukrainian army with fuel. However, his confrontational actions also led to tensions with political leaders. The next blow to the oligarchs came in late 2021 when Ukraine passed the de-oligarchisation bill. President Zelensky's law defined an oligarch as someone meeting specific criteria, exposing them to extra scrutiny and banning them from funding political parties. In response to this law, Rinat Akhmetov surrendered his media licenses to the government, attempting to avoid inclusion on the Zelensky list. The invasion of Ukraine by Russia in February 2022 intensified the loss of earnings for Ukraine's super-rich oligarchs. But will their decline strengthen Ukraine's democracy? Sevgil Musayeva, editor-in-chief of Ukrainska Pravda, believes that this war marks the beginning of the end for Ukraine's oligarchs. She states the de-oligarchization law was one of the first major triggers of their demise. Serhiy Leshchenko, a former investigative journalist and advisor to President Zelensky's chief of staff, adds, but as the war escalated, it made the oligarchs' life even more difficult. They have been forced to focus on survival rather than domestic politics. Now, according to Ms. Musayeva, it is up to Ukraine's civil society and anti-corruption institutions to prevent the emergence of new oligarchs. The very survival of democracy in Ukraine depends on the outcome of the war with Russia. As Ukraine faces this challenging period in its history, the reign of the oligarchs may be waning, potentially reshaping the political and economic landscape of the country.